Alright, this is a quick video for Vinny showing how I made my target stands. So obviously that's what it looks like when you put the target on the stand, but we're going to go over just the base and the dimensions. Okay, first off, some dimensions that might be of interest to you. Typical paper target, like this is just I guess, rifle target, whatever. This guy here is 21 inches wide. And an IDPA or USPSA target, the cardboard target, is approximately 18 inches wide. So when I made these bars, I made them such that they are, if I had to go from here to here, they're 18 inches from outside to outside. So you could take this and staple an IDPA or USPSA target right on top. Okay, so a couple notes about this. I didn't use 2x4. This is 2x4. I didn't use that. I used 2x3 instead of 2x4 because it was cheaper and I figured it would just do the job. So if you were to look at the details of this thing, then what I've done is from outside, so from this board, inside of this board to inside of this board, if you measure that, that is 18 inches right there. 18 inches inside to inside. And what I did was I just took a piece of 2x3, and so this little piece of board here is just it's like essentially 2.5 inches high of this thing. Saw a piece off, stick it in, then I saw a piece of this thing off and put it here and just screw it all together. You might want some C-clamps or something. Screw that on like that. So you could see here what I got is just a couple screws here, and I mean it's pretty straightforward, right? And looking at it end on, the length of this thing from one end here, from this end to this end here, I've got 24 inches. So, you could probably make it a bit longer. I think the 24 inches might be 24 inches across. This way it might be long. Here's 2 screws here, 2 screws here. And that's to fit this bar in, right? And this just pulls out. Pull that out like that. This one in here. Bar that down like that. So I mean that's all that is, right? And I put a couple screws back here too. So a couple screws there, a couple screws there. That. And so that's all that's to it really. I mean, like I said, here to here, inside to inside, 18 inches. Across there, 24 inches. If you're interested in these dimensions here, I can give them to you. 3/4 of an inch. Total of 2 inch, but just over 2 inches. This is just tight enough to fit that post in. And just go by the posts and then make it up as you whatever boards of wood you got. Fits in there in this direction. It's almost 3 inches, right? Upside down there, but it's pretty much 3 inches. So I mean, that's it, man. Each one of these costs about, I don't know, $3 to make. So the only thing is it takes a lot of time. Another option, if you didn't want to fool around with the complexity of having to put all this together, because this is probably the most time consuming, is fitting all these pieces together. Building the actual H-frame is pretty straightforward and easy. But what you could do is just go to Harbor Freight and get yourself a couple C-clamps like this, maybe $3, $4 each at Harbor Freight. Or in Canada, that would be Princess Auto, and you can just put it on like that, right? And tighten it up, and you'd be pretty good and secure like that too. So you would do something like this in the corner instead of having to build this box, and then you just tighten it all up as however tight you want it. But that's the basic idea, and it's pretty straightforward. You want to be able to have this not too high or whatever. Good to throw a sandbag on this if you do have one. Or what I did was I bought some bricks at Home Depot. They're like, I don't know, they're like 30 cents each or something. And best off to put them on the ends, right? So you can put one there and one on that end, something like that. So if the wind does blow, that should keep it secure. But I mean, overall, a couple bricks, and the wood, you're looking at probably $5 per target stand, something like that. So anyways, that's the general idea.